You know that beat. In the beginning, there was House. It's an original piece of theater focused on Chicago's very own Frankie Knuckles, also known as the godfather of house.
Joining us now with more are playwrights and performers Stephen Sapp and Mildred Ruiz Sapp. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I mean, Chicago is historic for music because of Frankie Knuckles.
Yes.
What a great undertaking. You've got to have a ton of people interested in this.
I mean, we do have a lot of curiosity happening. We're curious ourselves, you know. What we came here to do is continue to explore the legacy and the history and try to bring the Chicago community into the project. So we're going to be doing this reading of excerpts of the work that we're doing so far, and just. I mean, I think the world is interested in Frankie Knuckles. The world is interested in Chicago and house music and the communities that created, you know, such an impactful genre.
All right. And so you guys have a connection to Frankie Knuckles, so to speak, because you guys are from the Bronx, New York, and so is he. He actually moved here to Chicago in the 70s.
Yes.
And I mean, you guys did more research. What else were you able to uncover?
You know, we didn't know when we first started this that he was from the Bronx. And he literally grew up maybe 4 or 5 blocks from me, where I actually grew up. I didn't know him, he was older than me. So I understood, as we were getting to know about him, just the conditions that he lived in, and how he listened to music, and why he came to Chicago, and things of that nature. So it's really been about that, of getting in tune with who he is as a person. Very gentle soul, the way he listened to music. He actually used to draw, you know, and he would play music.
Visual artist.
And play music, and he would actually, what he ended up doing was incorporating things he would listen to while he was drawing. So those are the things that we learned and wanted to really kind of dig into deeper here.
Well, with Frankie Knuckles, do you hear a lot of his influences in music today that people probably don't know are his influences?
I mean, I think that we are trying to, this is one of the things that we're trying to do, is kind of move our way through some of the influences that he picked up at a younger age and probably try to understand where those different elements come from, right? So I think, like from the Black community in particular, you know, everything is influenced by something else, right? It's the gospel and soul and jazz and blues, and bringing and carrying all of that with you, and then remixing it, remastering, reimagining it. So I think that a lot of the ways, in my opinion, that Frankie just reimagined a way and a texture, and I think it's mostly about like his heart and the spirit that he put into it. And I think that, I mean, every person that we talk to, or the second they hear Frankie Knuckles, people are just like, Frankie Knuckles.
And you also layer into the gay community into that as well.
And
that
Robert
brings up,
Williams
he brings in a whole nother dimension. Okay, so what I'm trying to understand is what you all are doing. You're in residency at Northwestern University, right? But you're also putting together this production that's not quite finished yet. So you're doing a stage read, a table
just
read?
a reading of it. We're really like allowing people in on our process as what we're working on, almost seeing how the sausage is made. So we're like, we have some scenes, some songs that we're working on, and we're sort of teasing out. And we like to do it in front of an audience to really kind of hear what it is, and then really kind of get feedback and energy from the audience, especially Chicago, about what did you hear, what did you feel, what do you think is missing? Just the emotional reaction that we're getting from Frankie, just talking to people around, automatically gets you into like, wow, okay, this is somebody, which we know is very important. Emotionally, he touches a lot of people. Those textures will play into the piece. So what you're actually going to see is us working through it sort of live in front of folk.
Most of the work that we create is, you know, like even when we did a piece about New Orleans, right? We want the community to be involved from the ground up, right? We don't want to just arrive, you know, New York, oh, here comes New York telling us what Chicago is. No, we want to learn, we want to be part of it. I mean, we've been part of this community for many, many years. You know, we made a play called Party People about the Black Panther Party and the Young Lords here in Chicago. So we feel like we've kind of been welcome into this community, and we've had family who lived here. So obviously, you know, we have this sister, you know, relationship with New York, but we want Chicago to help us drive this, to help us build it, and to help us understand, you know, we can try to understand who Frankie was before he came to Chicago, right? Because we know the streets he walked on. Those are our streets, you know. But what are these streets? What happened to him in this transition? What made what we all understand now to be like this, you know, this whole new, you know, style of music, this whole new genre? So that we want Chicago to be a part of it, and we want to throw some ideas out there and say this is kind of like what we're picking up, what we're thinking of. These are some characters we're creating to help us navigate.
With
through
the
the
end
story.
idea being a final production
Yes.
that you
yes.
guys. Okay, all right.
yes, oh, yes.
So that's
So much history.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys both for being here.
Thank you.
If you guys want to check this out, In the Beginning There Was House, this Friday and Saturday at 7:30 at the Chicago campus of Northwestern on Lakeshore Drive. Check out the website you see there on the screen for some more information. Just fascinating. We love this history of music in Chicago.
I love
Thank you
this
guys.
song. It's one of my favorites.